In this lecture, we will see the wireless hacking methodology. This is a very important topic that everyone must concentrate because so far whatever the topics we have seen are the elementary concepts such as what type of encryption mechanisms that wireless technologies will use and categories of wireless technologies and in this we have seen the wireless LAN technology such as 802.11 variants, etc. In this, we are going in the technical details that how to hack a wireless system, what are the prerequisites that you must have, and what are the tools you must have, and how to proceed to the wireless hacking, what are the most commonly performed attacks with these tools and all that what we will discuss in this lecture. All these things we are going to see in this particular topic. So the first one is wireless hacking methodology, in which you are supposed to do the first step. Always you remember the whatever the hacking activity you do, that hacking activity must be performed in a sequence of steps. The systematic steps must be there, such as footprinting, reconnaissance, scanning, enumeration, then vulnerability scanning, then checking for the vulnerability details, checking for the related payloads, exploiting them, and gaining the access. So these are the common way of steps. However, these steps will vary uh, from the device to the network to network. If it is a wide network, one kind of tools will be used. One set of tools will be used. If it is a wireless network, then one set of tools will be used. And if it is a mobile network, then one set of tools will be used. If it is a IoT based hacking, then it is one set of tools will be used. So depending upon the network you are targeting, the tools must be used. Here, Wi-Fi networks are the networks we are targeting here. In this, the first and foremost thing is to be done is Wi-Fi discovery. So sometimes the Wi-Fi discovery will be done normally, like just to turn on the Wi-Fi, then automatically the list of Wi-Fi hotspots that are nearby will be listed. So, but some of the hotspots may not be listed; they may be hidden. So you are supposed to you are supposed to discover such access points also. In this, we are going to see two categories. One is passive footprinting, and another is active footprinting. Under passive footprinting, detecting the existence of an access point. So first of all, just whenever you open, automatically you will find the access point names, and if you list the IF config and related wireless adapter on or off, then automatically it will show the list of access points there. This is passive. It's nothing to do in this. But in case of active, sending out a probe request, you are going to send a probe request that I want to connect to this access point and all. Then that access point may give you a reply with some more information, such as MAC information and SSID and BSSID. So these are all the technical details that may reply. So that technical details may be taken by you, and the technical details may also involve such as what type of encryption mechanism it uses, what type of hardware it is using, and some more details. So depending upon the probe request that you send, the hotspot or access point will reply. So for this, you can use the tools like Insider, that is in SSIDER, Insider, Net Surveyor, Net Stumbler, Visual Stumbler. These are the tools that can be used, Windows-based tools. Where in case of mobile-based tools are like Wi-Fi Forum and Wi-Fi Manager, Network Signal Info, Open Signal Maps. These are the tools which can be available in the which are available in the Google Play Store, and you may also download and install these mobile applications. Next one is this second step is optional actually. You may do it or may not do it. But a group of hackers, when they are targeting a set of wireless devices in an organization or in any campus, then they used to do this particular activity like a GPS mapping. What they do is first they will identify the access points in a campus, or in a geographical area, and they will point out the GPS coordinates. What are the GPS coordinates? And they will map these GPS coordinates with Wiggle to share them with the hacking community, so that other hackers in the community may also join this to break or to hack the wireless devices. Actually, if you are doing from the individual point of view, this particular GPS mapping is an optional. Next one is once you discover the access points via passively and actively, the next thing is wireless traffic analysis. So in this wireless traffic analysis, either you may send some hello packets or probe requests, and you may get some information. Whatever the information that you receive, that may be captured via some sniffing tools like Wireshark or any other thing. And you are supposed to maintain sufficient number of packets for analysis. This in this analysis, first you may check for the vulnerabilities. What type of probe request you sent, or what type of probe request value that you have set in the packet and sent. So that with that value, what is the reply you got? Based on that, you can assess the what is the vulnerability present in that access point. Especially, this will be analyzed at the layer 2 and layer 3. That is at the data link layer, that is at a frame level you may analyze, or maybe at the packet level. Usually the packet level communication will not take place because the 802.11 deal with this. IEEE 802.11 will deal with the physical level and data link level, and network level. If it is a router, then it will assign an IP address. Then network level will come into the picture. Most of the operations will be performed at the layer 2 level operations at the time of probing. When the data communication takes place, then the IP address may be coming into the picture. So first thing is identifying of the vulnerabilities, especially by connecting to the layer 2, that is sniffing and analyzing the packets. Next one is Wi-Fi reconnaissance. So here in this Wi-Fi reconnaissance, you may check for the SSIDs, multiple access points, association methods used, wireless LAN encryption algorithms that is used in that access point. These details you may get it in this Wi-Fi reconnaissance. These are the two things you must do it so to get some enough information. Then tools. The tools we all know that Wireshark will be used for this purpose, and Pilot tool, OmniPeak tool, Common View, Air Magnet, etc. These are the tools especially used for this wireless traffic analysis. In the normal computer networks, to perform the traffic analysis, Wireshark plus PCAP will be used. PCAP means packet capture. So PCAP tool will be used. This PCAP or WinPCAP or NPCAP, WinPCAP and PCAP. These are the tools especially will be installed first. Then Wireshark will be installed. Basically, this packet capturing will be done via that PCAP only. Wireshark is a facilitator to show you the traffic and to filter the traffic like that. Either you may use even for the TCP dump via command prompt, or for the Wireshark via graphical user interface. PCAP is the adapter actually. Like that, for this wireless traffic analysis and to capture the wireless traffic, you need to install a tool called AirPCAP. Okay, AirPCAP is for the wireless devices packet capturing, especially. And if the AirPCAP is connected, that adapter is connected. Adapter in the sense it is a software only. Whenever it is installed, and if you might have selected instead of PCAP, if you might have selected the AirPCAP as the adapter to capture the packets, then Wireshark will capture the packets via AirPCAP. So this is the way you can get the wireless traffic. Next, after doing this Wi-Fi discovery, GPS mapping, and the wireless traffic analysis, that is general analysis, we are supposed to go for you can go for the packet capturing, and cracking of the passwords available there. We can go for performing de-association attacks. or de-authentication attacks, or we may also go for man-in-middle attack, or we may also go for creating of a rogue point and rogue access point, and we broadcast that this rogue access point is the original point. Then the users or genuine clients may connect to your rogue access point, and communication may take place. During that process, you may read the traffic or capture the traffic and may analyze what the clients are going to do with their work. So these are the various things that you can do it. But can you do it with normally? Is it possible to do everything normally like this? So it is a big question. Usually, usually you cannot do with some specialized hardware. You are supposed to have a specialized hardware. Then only it is possible to do this task. The first thing required in the specialized software is choosing the Wi-Fi card. What is the Wi-Fi card you are choosing? Based on that, the activity of hacking will take place. First of all Wi-Fi cards, please remember, all Wi-Fi cards are not compatible for performing attacks. Whatever the Wi-Fi card you are using in your laptop may not be compatible for performing attacks. You require to have the features of the whatever the network card you choose should be having the capability of monitoring and packet injection. Then only you can perform the attacks. Okay. So monitoring and packet injection, if these two must be there, that means you must just like your Ethernet cards, you can turn the Ethernet cards into the promiscuous mode. Like that, your Wi-Fi card must also be turned into the promiscuous mode. Usually, this monitoring mode will be by default disabled and manufactured by the Wi-Fi in the Wi-Fi cards. And packet injection capability is also disabled. These features will not be there in all Wi-Fi cards. So, uh, so you must focus on the Wi-Fi cards with some specialized chipsets. That Wi-Fi cards must have specialized chipsets like tools such as AirTrack-NG, which is a very famous tool for performing these Wi-Fi attacks, and Kismac is one more tool which is very important tool for performing the Wi-Fi attacks. Works with selected Wi-Fi wireless chipsets. What are the wireless chipsets? TLWN722NV1. So you purchase only version 1. There exists version 2 and version 3 also. Version 2 and version 3 are not compatible for performing the wireless hacking. Only version 1 is compatible because in the version 1 they have enabled they manufactured that device with the capability of monitoring and packet injection. Next is Alpha AWU S036AC, Realtek RTL8187L, and Linksys WRT54G2. These are the tools these are the Wi-Fi cards or Wi-Fi adapters that you can use. Basically, these are the USB based adapters, and some here Linksys WRT5442 is like a router. It's a big, it's a separate device that you can connect with your RJ45 jack or any other connecting medium. But here I recommend as a practitioner, I recommend the first one, TLWN722N version 1. In our India, you may purchase via Flipkart. It may be of around 700 rupees in Flipkart. You may browse through the Flipkart and you can, if you are very interested in doing this wireless hacking, then you may purchase it. So that means the Wi-Fi cards are also equally important for the for performing this particular wireless hacking. Next, AirPCAP tool captures full 802.11 data and can use with the Wireshark for sniffing. Just now, as I told you, on the wired networks, Wireshark will work with the WinPCAP and all. But in case of the wireless networks, you need to have a PCAP tool, that is AirPCAP tool. Other sniffers include like Steel Central Packet Analyzer, OmniPeak Network Analyzer, ComView for Wi-Fi, Spectrum Analyzer. These are the various other tools that are very popular for performing this thing. So First and foremost thing is Wi-Fi card. If you don't have the correct Wi-Fi card, then it is not possible for you to perform the steps that I have mentioned previously. Next one is the powerful tool or powerful suite that is available in the Kali Linux, which is an open source tool with which you can perform this Wi-Fi hacking, which is called AirCrack NG. This AirCrack NG is a combination of various tools. Each and every tool will do certain task, and this AirCrack NG suite will be compatible with the Alpha AWU S036AC chipset related Wi-Fi cards, and TLWN, just now as I told you, this is also compatible with this AirCrack NG. And you may also go to the AirCrack NG website and you may see some more Wi-Fi cards that are compatible with this. Usually the Realtek and Linksys is also compatible because I'm not confident about Realtek, but Linksys is also compatible with this AirCrack NG. So among all these things, this is an economical. This will come with the economical price. So I recommend anyone to purchase this because of it is around 700 rupees or something. In this AirCrack NG suite, you will find several tools like AirCrack NG. It cracks wireless encryption key using using the tool called Flutter, maintain and Shamir attack, that is FMS attack, PTW attack, and dictionary attacks, and WPA, WPA2, PSK using dictionary attack. So that means even though your device is secured with WPA or WPA2 PSK, but if the password is very weak, via AirCrack NG, you can crack it via using dictionary attacks. Next is Air Decap, that is decrypts, where in case of AirCrack will crack it, where Air Decap will decrypt WPA and WEP encrypted captured files with a known key. Okay. Next is AirMon, that is for monitoring purpose. AirMon NG, this is place different cards in the monitor mode. So you list what are the different cards available, and whenever these cards are available, then that cards will be turned into the monitor mode. Usually, in order to turn this devices into monitor mode, as just now I told you, the TLWN722N version 1, this is a USB based Wi-Fi adapter. Whenever you plug the USB, then in the virtual machine, you select the USB. Okay. In the settings, you will be finding networks and devices and hardware like that. In that USB also, basically this is with the USB 2.0. You check for the 2.0. By default, 1.0 will be enabled. You check for 2.0, and automatically it will detect the connection in your mobile, in your laptop or this system. Then you are supposed to install the related drivers via from command prompt on the Kali Linux. Then this this tool will be this device will be enabled. Okay, then only this AirMon NG can set your card, that is Wi-Fi card, in the monitor mode. AirPlay NG, that is packet injector. This AirPlay NG is a packet injector. That means you can fabricate the packet and you can inject into the ongoing stream of packets. So packet injector, it is for Linux and Windows with common view drivers. You can do this. Next is AeroDump NG. That is, it is a packet sniffer which will dump the packet traffic. So which will places the air traffic into PCAP or IVS installation vectors, installation vector files, and shows information about the network. AirTurn NG, virtual tunnel interface creator, Packet Forge NG, create encrypted packet for injection, IVS tools, which is for installation vector tools, tools to merge and convert, Airbase NG incorporate techniques for attacking clients as opposite to the access points. Okay, Air Declock NG removes WEP clocking form from the PCAP files. Aerolib NG, like that you have many number of tools like AirServe NG um, like that you have many tools. Basically, this aircraft NG is a suite which consisting of many tools. Each and every tool will be having a specific specific task to perform. So in all the things, we are mainly using aircraft NG, airmon NG, and air decap NG, airplay, and air dumper. These are the four majorly used tools. With this only, we can perform the de-association attacks, de-authentication attacks, man in the middle attack. These are the most commonly used performed attack, and also password cracking attack that can be done only with this particular 4 5 tools that we no need to use many other tools. That is up to you to practice these tools for exploring the Wi-Fi hacking. So how we can perform the disassociation attack? So the disassociation attack means you have to make the client to disassociate with the access point. So whenever you connect to the same access point, you will come to know is there any other device connected to the access point or not. Just by analyzing the outgoing traffic from the access point. How can you know that? How can you trace out outgoing traffic? Because your Wi-Fi card is in the monitor mode. Whenever your Wi-Fi card is in monitor mode, you can listen to all traffic which is going from the access point and which is coming into the access. The disassociation attack in this client is authenticated and associated with the access point. Now, what will happen here? This is a normal way of connection. Now, since your Wi-Fi card is in the monitor mode, automatically you can capture the traffic via aerodump. That is, aerodump will use it as a packet sniffer and can capture all the packets which is communicating with the access point. With that, you can come to know what is the access point MAC, what is your MAC, and any other MAC which is going out of the access point. Any other MAC means any other packet or frame which consisting of the MAC address, but that is not belonging to the access point and not to you. That means here it is not belonging to you or access point means automatically it is belonging to some other client. So like that you can detect it is some other client. Now the attacker send a disassociation request packet to take a single client offline. That means here we no need to do anything. We may use the AirPlay NG to do this. There are some options will be there. AirPlay NG help you type, then you will get options to perform the disassociation, de-authentication. So whenever you write from the command prompt, airplay-ng space the option space the SSID, so automatically this association will be performed. Then the client is authenticated. The genuine client is authenticated, but he cannot use the access point because this attacker is sending a request to the access point to dissociate from all other people. So thereby, even though the client is authenticated, he no longer can associate with the access point. That is called disassociation. Next one is the de-authentication means automatically it will be disconnected. That means your access point will be disconnected automatically. In the case of disassociation, even the client may see that okay, he is connected, but he cannot communicate. Okay, in this de-authentication, the first two steps are common only. Like this, client is connected to the client is authenticated and associated with an access point. Now the attacker sends a de-authenticate request packet to take a single client offline. Here he will send a disassociation packet, and here de-authentication packet means here you are supposed to change the option. That's all. You are supposed to change the option with the same tool. Okay, for the performing de-authentication and here disassociation. In our case, currently it is de-authentication. So we'll change the option and we'll send it. Then the client is no longer authenticated with the access point. Next one is man in the middle attack. Now the first thing is attacker sniffs the victim wireless parameters. So because the Wi-Fi card that is with the attacker is in the monitor mode, we can listen to all packets which are going in and around, which are going around the Wi-Fi card. So attacker sniffs the victim's wireless parameter, the MAC address, ESSID, BSSID, number of channels, on which channel the communication is taking place. Every detail we can get via the aero dumper whenever you capture the packet. Then the attacker sends the de-authentication request to the victim with the spoofed source address of the victim's access point. So victim's access point's source address will be captured, and a de-authentication request will be directly sent to the victim with the address of the access point. So the victim's mission will feel that okay, this de-authentication has come from the access point. Then automatically the victim device will stop will act to that. Then victim device will be de-authenticated from the access point. Now victim is de-authenticated and start to search for all channels for a new valid access point. Previously, with the access point, the victim mission may have connected with the on the channel 1 or channel 2. Now what will happen once the de-authentication was happened? The victim is de-authenticated, and now the victim will start searching for all channels for a new valid access point. Now here the attacker role will come into the picture. Attacker sets a forged AP, that is a rogue AP access point or a forged access point on a new channel. Previously the access point, the actual access point may be using channel 1 or channel 2 for communication, and this rogue access point or forged access point may use channel 5 or 6, that is up to the attacker's wish. Okay, on a new channel with original MAC address. Okay, whose original MAC address? The original MAC address of the access point, because here the first communication will takes place with the layer 2 but not with the layer 3, right? So layer 2 is the MAC address. Okay, the layer 2 is with the MAC address. So original MAC address and ESSID of the victim's access point. After the victim's successful association with the forged access point, the attacker spoofs the victim to connect to the original access point. Then attacker sits in between the access point and the victim and listen to the all traffic which is happening with the between the user, that is the victim, and the original access point and the attacker. So that means he will create an illusion that okay, there is a actual access point by creating the same MAC address. But once it is connected to the rogue access point created by the attacker, then whatever the traffic will be coming to the rogue access point will be spoofed and sent to the original access point. From there, the attacker will receive the capture the packets and will analyze at his end. That means the victim will be communicating not directly to the access point, but via attacker's access point. The attacker's access point will in turn send to the original access point. Okay, but attacker access point is having the control by the attacker. So whatever the traffic is coming and going through this access point, attacker's access point, will be captured by the attacker. It is just like passing a traffic via multiple access points. Okay, passing via multiple access point and finally reaching the destination. So in this process, the rogue access point is created by the attacker, and your attacker is making this rogue access point as a genuine access point and connecting to the and the target is connecting to the rogue access point, and whatever the traffic is coming to the rogue access point will be diverted to the original access point. Now, because of this diversion, whatever the traffic is happening here can be captured by the attacker. So this is what the basic idea of the man-in-the-middle attacker. In order to do this man-in-the-middle rogue access point creation, disassociation, disconnection attacks like disassociation, deauthentication attacks, these are the most commonly performing attacks. In the process of capturing the packets, you may also perform the analysis of the password which is present in that via dictionary-based attacks or any kind of sensitive information found in the traffic. These kind of things you can easily identify via some specialized tools like Kane Enable or many other Kismet. These are the tools which are popularly used for cracking the passwords and all. So this is the way how the attacker will choose the Wi-Fi cards and choose the related tools, how they will perform the attack. So these are the most commonly performing attacks. For your understanding, I explained these attacks. Now let us see a simple case study, how to break a wireless encryption protocol. Usually this wireless encryption protocol or not wireless encryption protocols. There's the first and foremost or basic version in the wireless encryption or wireless security is wired equivalent privacy. So now we'll see how to break this wired equivalent privacy. Breaking the wired equivalent privacy protocol, that is encryption mechanism. Wired equivalent privacy suffers from the following flaws. Okay. Weak key chosen by the user, packet spoofing, and authentication issues with the Microsoft Challenge Handshake Authentication Protocol version 2. These are the weakest designs of the authentication, so they are more vulnerable and can be easily cracked. To perform this process, including cracking the keys, the following steps need to be performed. Start the wireless interface on the attacking system in monitor mode on the specific access point channel. This mode is used to listen to packets in the air. It means first you need to observe what is the SSID of the access point. Once you observe the access point's SSID, then you should also understand on which channel that access point is working. So these two information you are supposed to get. Once you get this information, then you can easily capture the packets via listening to the channel. Now probe the target with the wireless device to determine if packet injection can be performed or not. So there is a probing commands will be there. With that probing commands, you can easily come to know packet injection can be done in this with this access point or not. Select a tool such as AirPlay NG to perform fake authentication with access point. Start the Wi-Fi sniffing tool to capture the installation vectors. If you are using AirPlay NG, ARP request packets can be intercepted and re-injected back into the network, causing more packets to be generated and then captured. So here AirPlay NG will play a major role for sending the de-authentication and fake authentication, and also for capturing the packets. Along with this one, you may also use AirDump NG for dumping the traffic that we have listened. Run a tool such as Kane Enable or AirCrack NG to extract the encryption keys from the installation vectors. So these are the steps you are supposed to follow to do this breaking of wireless encryption, wired equivalent privacy encryption protocol or wired equivalent privacy passphrase that was set in it. So breaking the wired equivalent privacy in Kali Linux. Within Kali Linux, open the terminal, enter the following command airmon ng. So now it will list then it will result appears in the terminal window. Note the name of wireless interfaces that are what are the wireless interfaces listed or connected to your device will be listed over there. In most cases, the interface will be WLAN 0. Wireless LAN 0 is the interface. In the case of normal Ethernet, ETH0, ETH1 like that you will get. Okay, but always verify because it can change if you are using additional adapters such as USB adapter. So already you may be having a Wi-Fi device and you are not working. See, you are not running if you are not running on the virtual machine. The Kali Linux is not running on the virtual machine. Directly, your Kali Linux will detect what are the Wi-Fi cards available with your device. But If you are running in the virtual machine, you cannot directly connect to the Wi-Fi device of your laptop or computer. For that, it is always recommended to use a USB based Wi-Fi adapter if you are running Kali Linux in virtual machine. Whenever you use the USB based Wi-Fi card, then in the Kali Linux settings, under the USB, you select the USB card and refresh. Then it will show you what are the USBs connected to the computer. Then you can pick that one and start the Kali Linux. Then that USB will be taken into the control. This is the thing you are supposed to do. Please remember, directly you cannot do the task unless until if you are using USB based Wi-Fi card, if you are running Kali Linux in the virtual machine. If you are running Kali Linux directly on computer, that is as part of the hard disk, it is directly installed and running, then only you can capture the Wi-Fi card of your hardware. Okay, because virtual machine will not have any connectivity with the Wi-Fi cards. Okay, it will not show it as a WLAN. It will show it as a Ethernet 0 only. So in the terminal window, enter the following command: airmong ng start WLAN. That is, whenever you find a wireless LAN 0, then airmon ng, that is monitoring mode, start WLAN, or other interfaces if you are not using WLAN 0. If you are using some other USB drive and USB based Wi-Fi card, and it may be some other interface, then you use that. Assume that currently the USB card is showing WLAN 0. If the command executes without an error, then you should see the message in the text that reads monitor mode enabled on MON0. If the message says something other than MON0, then make note of the name. In the terminal window, enter the following command. You open another terminal window and follow the other command, that is airdump ng mon0. Okay, here it will list the packets. Okay, mon0 is an alias name that was kept to the wireless LAN 0 under monitor mode. Okay, airdump ng mon0. Once the command is entered, a list of wireless networks should appear. The number will vary depending upon your location and wireless card, but your access point should appear in the list. Once the access point is appeared in the list, locate the access point that you are targeting, that is ESSID column, and then take some note. Especially locate the channel and BSSID information. Once you have collected and verified this information, move to the next step. At the terminal window, run again airdump ng -w, which is for writing the files, writing the traffic into the file name. Give the file name and -c channel. That means whenever you run this airdump ng monitor 0, then it will list that which access point is transmitting the data, or which can be communicated on which channel number. So you need to make note of those channel numbers and BSSID, and you are supposed to use in this command airdump ng -w file name in which you want to save the traffic. Next, channel number and -BSSID, that is the number, BSSID number, and interface name. What is the interface name? Mon0. In this example, the BSSID need to be entered exactly as it appears on the screen, because the BSSID will be look like this, like a 01 colon, okay, E0 colon, like that. It will be you can see that BSSID like that. You have to, as it is, you have to enter into the command. You should not use normal text or something. Okay, you should use hexadecimal code which was shown on the command prompt. The same hexadecimal code should be entered here. So in this example, BSSID need to be entered exactly as it appears on the screen, colons and all. For interface name, use the name you collected in step 3. What is the interface name? That is WLAN 0 or something. So previously I told mon0, but not mon0, it is wlan0 in step 3. The file name is the name that you want to save the results, that is dumput2. And scan about, that is capture about 15,000 packets, okay, or 2,000, 20,000 packets. That means you wait for at least 3-4 seconds. That much sufficient packets will be, not 3-4 seconds, at least wait for 1 minute. That many number of packets will be captured. Enter the following at the command line. So if you might have collected more number of packets, it's okay, fine, good, because after communicating with a certain time, since the wired equivalent privacy uses the installation vector of 24-bit, so once this installation vector was run for some time, then what all possible combinations of the IV vector bits will be exhausted. So that is reason, if you can collect a sufficient number of packets, it is very easy to break the IV vector. So after about 15,000 packets have been captured, enter the following command: aircrack-ng and file name. Wait for few minutes for aircrack to retrieve the key from the file. Then it will show you on the screen in the hexadecimal form that this is the password or this is the passphrase retrieved. Then hexadecimal form to normal text you need to convert to get the passphrase. This is what the things that you are supposed to follow to break the wired equivalent privacy related passphrases. Defending against WEP cracking. So what are the things that you are supposed to do for defending this WEP cracking? First one is passphrase. Only way to crack the WEP is to snip the passphrase PMK, that is passphrase structure. Hence, keeping extremely complicated password may solve the problem. This is one solution, general solution. Passphrase complexity. Increase the complexity of the passphrase. Choose a random passphrase that is not available in the dictionary words. Set at least 20 character length. Okay. Client settings. At the client side, don't use WEP. Better you use WPA2 by CCMP or W2PA2 by PSK encryption. And additional controls is use VPN, that is virtual private network. Basically, virtual private network will give you the IPsec and its related thing, and implement network access control and network access protection solution for additional control over end user connectivity. But ultimately, the entire WEP works on the passphrase and the complexity of the passphrase. So if the passphrase is of a very small length, then it is not a big task for you to crack this. Now we got so many sophisticated tools to crack the WEP passphrases. So it should be sufficiently long to not to go for simple cracking. So this is what the basic idea of WEP cracking. So if you are having how to practice this, you can practice the setting up of the access points. If you might have a old 3G phone or a old 4G phone, around 5 years back phone or somewhere, you can take that particular phone and you can create a hotspot. In that, you may find the security features as WEP, WPA2, WEP, WPA, and WPA2. Because this WPA2 is popularly started in around 2014 or somewhere. So 2014-15 manufactured mobile phones. If you look at whenever you create a Wi-Fi hotspot, and this one option, then you will find this security setting. You can choose, after setting the password, you can choose the passphrase. Okay, you can choose the security settings. In that, you can choose whether you want to go for WEP or WPA or WPA2. Like that, you can set it and you create it as an access point, that is a hotspot like that. And whatever the Wi-Fi card I told you, you may purchase it and you may connect to the Kali Linux and you may practice. So it is not limited to WEP. if you have a recent access points, that is a general access points that you are having in and around, for that also you can capture the traffic, but you need to do some little stuff, a little hard work to break the password. But it is not legal to do that. So be cautious in doing that because you should have permission. So that is the reason you try on your home networks first. If you want to do, don't do on any other access points that is not belonging to you. So this is with this I will conclude this wireless hacking methodology. We'll see some more techniques, especially related to the Bluetooth hacking in the next lecture.